Hey there, welcome to My Green Pets. I'm William Green. I've been out of town for a week and I left my plants just to kind of, fend for themselves for the week. So we're going to look at everything and see what went well and what didn't go so well. I just got home and the first thing I noticed is that my Phalaenopsis has continued to grow out its spike. Lots, it looks like 8 buds visible so far. And I haven't noticed any wilting of those bottom leaves. Well, that one might start feeling a little bit soft. But of course, its medium's very dry, has been watered in a week. But overall, it looks pretty decent. The other plants, the succulents look a little bit dry. These look okay. This plant definitely looks a little bit dry. Looks like it's dropping some leaves here. Oops. But otherwise, succulents are pretty tough. So we're gonna now open up the tent and look at the orchids. Before we do, let's look at my sensor data. So you can see the sensor data, the sensor push data from inside the tent when I'm around, especially when you look at the humidity. It's super erratic. It's just kind of all over the place because I'm watering, I'm opening the tent, looking at things, closing the tent, so it's constantly going up and down. So you notice that when I'm gone for a week and the system is just running on its own, it follows this very regular pattern. So we're going to look and see if this pattern worked for my plants. Let's go ahead and jump in the tent. All right, drum roll please. Let's see what we've got to look at here. Oh, well, we're starting out by looking at a beautiful new flower from Hal, Bulbophyllum echinolabium, looking amazing. Although I can't see the front of it, but that's okay. Really nice big one. And then right next to it, how can I help but notice my new Masdevallia has continued to grow out, and we are going to see the flower on this opening pretty soon. That's super exciting. And just to continue looking at the Masdi here, it looks like it has dropped a leaf. This one's kind of dried up. But, all the other leaves look okay. I have to say, we are looking all right here. I'm not seeing any evidence of additional spotting, and I'm seeing that the newest growth has developed quite far actually, and it's got some new roots pushing there, and it looks like maybe even a new growth down there. And even more importantly, when I touch this sphagnum, even though it's been a week, I had it sitting in just a little plastic dish here, and it had about 1 or 2 centimeters of water at the bottom when I left a week ago, and it is still nice and damp. So that's a great sign, because of course if this plant dries out, then that spells disaster and death for the thing. So I'm very encouraged that this plant looks pretty good. It's got a second spike growing out. Wow, that really did a lot in a week. And yeah, super excited about this. Look at that. Can you notice similarities between this Bulbophyllum echinolabium and this Masdevallia? Two different continents, warm grower, cool grower, and yet both have these spoon-shaped, paddle-shaped leaves. Both have this long, skinny spike, and both look at even the bud. Look at the bud on this guy, and then look at the bud on, you can't really see it, but the bud on Bulba echinolabium, and then the flowers of Masdevallias also have these long tails, like Bulbophyllum echinolabium. Is that cool? I think it's pretty cool. Okay. So let's continue looking on. We've got, oh my gosh, 2 spikes pushing out of Vanda falcata. Oh, 3 spikes. Are there more? Nope, 3. Beautiful new little purple root down there pushing out. And wow, wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. 8 is great. That's very exciting. Lovely to see that. Moving over to my Cattleya seedlings here. Again, these are just running on my misting system. Oh, I guess I should tell you that the misting system has been running 2 minutes every morning for the week. And that's it. That's the only water these plants have received this week. Just 2 minutes every morning. So that's kind of interesting because I was expecting, well, I wasn't sure if that was going to be too much or too little. And I was also not sure if there was going to be water on the plants every day. So that's a major consideration, is I don't want water on the plants. I don't want water sitting on the plants day after day after day, causing them to get spots in their leaves or their roots to rot or whatever. So just having a look here, I do see some water in the leaf crevice on my Cattleya mossii here, but I also see a beautiful sheath poking out there. But all in all, when I look at these Cattleya, they look a little dry, actually. Like my Rex back here, Mayu, this leaf is very wrinkly. That's a sign of too little water. But honestly, looking around, the other Cattleya don't look bad. Look at Trionychasans back here. It has finally started to open up, and nice sheath poking out there. I can't see the other 2 leaves if they've got sheaths in them or not. Yep, this one does too. And can I look at this? This third one does as well. We've got a 4th growth down here that doesn't, I don't know, that's kind of a sheath in it, but at least 3 of these have sheaths. That's super exciting. That means we might get flowers on Cassians later in the year when it blooms. Well, that is very exciting. Any other Cattleya of note? Just kind of chilling out here and checking things out. Jessie Lee is back here. It looks like it's growing a nice new growth there. Just kind of trying to glance over everything really quickly. Overall, things don't look overwatered. They don't look rotty. And I'm going to try and keep bumping this thing. I'm going to try not to knock it off. Okay, well, just a quick look. Oh, wow, this Dowiana looks very dry. Look at that. Look at how shriveled this leaf is. This bulb down here. Super shriveled. What about this guy? This guy doesn't look as bad. This one looks super shriveled. Okay. King George is looking pretty shriveled over here, too. He needs some water. All right, so I think we can safely say 2 minutes of water a day does not lead to overwatering plants. Overwatered. Okay, great. So Cattleya overall, I think everything looks pretty okay. A little dry. Oh yeah, these are really shrinky too. Really shrunken. But, okay, we'll get those watered really well this week. All right, let's move over to this section. So now this is where I've got my Catasetum, my Nepenthes, and my Bulbophyllum. And let's check this out. So Hal here, you can start to see the folds in his leaves, which is in his bulbs, which mean he is drying out. But if I dig down just a little bit, you know what? I feel moisture. So it doesn't feel super dry. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see. Let's stick with the orchids for now. We'll go to Nepenthes later. Okay, we got this Bulbophyllum over here. This is bone dry. That's probably not very happy. My Dendrochilum tenellum here, it looks bone dry. Also does not look super great. My Cattleya Rex. I see buds in the sheath. Do you see them? Look down there. Okay, that's exciting. I see buds in 1, 2, 3 of those sheaths. That's pretty exciting, I think. In that last one, maybe I can't see them. Okay, that's exciting. That's exciting. Let's look back here. All right, so the Catasetinae, one thing I was worried about is, are they gonna rot? Are they gonna rot? Oh my God, I just saw something. Look at this. Look at all the fungus gnats down here. Do you see them all? It's like a swarm. Holy cow, it's like a swarm of them. Oh, gross. That's gross. Okay. Fungus gnats. Lots of fungus gnats. Do my cloacias look like they are rotting? Because this was a major issue last year. Water got in the leaves and they started to rot. Well, you know what? The moss is still fairly moist. It's kind of dried out, but it's not like crispy bone dry. Still got some moisture in it. This thing, man, wow, that's disgusting. I might spray some. Wow. It's like the last wet place in the tent and all the fungus gnats are congregating there. That's insane. Crazy. Okay. Just looking objectively, the Catasetinae, they have really grown. That much is for sure. And we've got, yeah, wow, that one's already starting to fatten up a bulb. Wow, that's great. Yeah. Well, these Cooperies, they start showing spikes in July, so that's just a few weeks away. Okay, that's exciting. What else we got over here? Oh, we got Bulbophyllum Lovely Elizabeth with a spike and a fungus gnat crawling on it. Nice. I wonder if we've got two spikes. I wonder if this new leaf has got a spike pushing too. I can't see it. I don't know. Okay, very dry, but it's okay. We're gonna water it a bunch this week and get it. Okay, my little Bulbophyllum Crocium, way too dry. This new leaf is kind of deformed, but it's okay. My Pinguicula, look at all the fungus gnats it's caught. Wow. Okay. The other two, not so much. Not so many. Gosh, I am literally gonna get some bug spray and just spray it. Those are too many bugs. All right, what else we got here? We've got my Tillandsias. This is Tillandsia recurvata, and it's got three little flower spikes pushing, and then there's another one pushing here. That's cool. And then let's look at the Nepenthes. Okay, wow. All right, first of all, let's look at my really, really fragile baby Nepenthes. This is Villosa by Raja. Raja by Villosa. And they're still nice and moist. Still some water in the bottom of the pot there. That's good to know. So 7 days without water, no problem for this guy. Managed to keep it moist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They look alive. All right. Good deal. I was worried about these. These guys are irreplaceable. What next? We've got, my little Raja by Edwardsiana here, working on a new picture. This also seems to be staying moist and getting bigger and bigger. Wow, look at that new leaf, how huge it is. Wow, this guy's really taken off. I'm interested in trading this one for a pure Edwardsiana, actually. I wonder if anybody would be up for that. Yeah, that's going to be massive. Let's see, my little Nepenthes Pervillei is doing okay, and it looks like the pictures are getting bigger. Each one's getting slightly bigger. This is a super slow one. I'm gonna actually put this picture outside the pot. I think they look better when they hang off the edge of the pot there. Okay, that's cool. Nepenthes eustachiae. Looking okay. New little pitcher hanging out there. Nice new leaf coming. The newer leaves, the older leaves look kind of yellow splotchy, but the newer ones look more uniformly green. That's a good sign. Here is Stenophila. Just feeling the medium is very, well, it's not very, but it is getting dry. It is getting dry. The newest pitcher is opened up and looks really nice. Quite huge. Might be time to feed him something. And then this pitcher, unfortunately, has the tendril has gone below this stuff, the wiring, which is going to be a disaster if it tries to grow a pitcher there, because it's going to get stuck in the wire. So I got to figure out something to do with that. Maybe just lift it up lift it up a little bit. And then we've got a cool new pitcher on this guy. This is my Bongso hybrid cross, and it's not fully open yet, but it's getting there. You can see the lid came out a little bit small on this one. I think that's just kind of a deformity as a new leaf or whatever, but looks cool. Coloration looks cool. And hopefully we'll see some new ones on that. And I don't think I have a whole lot else I've got lots of tiny things to look at, but we're already at 17 minutes, so I think you're getting bored, and I need to look at things more carefully. But yeah, in general, it looks like they've survived the week relatively unharmed, just a little dry in some places. We'll make a mental note that 2 minutes of water a day still results in somewhat dry plants. So then now the question becomes, do we try 3 minutes a day? So starting next week, I'm going to be gone for 17 days. So this week was kind of an experiment to see, okay, 7 days, now we got to add 10 more days to it. What's it going to look like? I'm not sure, but I definitely can tell you that 2 minutes of water a day doesn't look like it's quite enough for these guys. So that's going to be something to keep in mind. Maybe 3 minutes of water a day will be the trick for that next period. All right, that is all I've got for you right now. I'm going to just double check, look at everything, and see if there's any major problems. Hopefully not. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll check in at the end of this week right here on My Green Pets. I'm William Green. Take care. Bye.